Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Do you feel it? You feel it building? You feel the anticipation building? It has been. We've been talking about it for the past few weeks. I feel it. It's building. We're building. We're building. This is coming. This is coming. 11-cent Dogecoin just hit it just now. We got to get above it. Let's get 11 cent then to be support and move on up past 11.5, which I'll show again on the charts during the live stream here, why 11.5 cents is so important. And then the big breakout. I mean, I feel it. Do you feel it? I feel it. We've had some other coins already taking off. Little pullback on SUI. SEI is still going. If you're into like Bittensor, WorldCoin, I mean, there are others that are already moving. Bitcoin's kind of like going sideways. ETH was starting to turn around, but we have this ETH foundation selling going on, and the ETH ETFs just haven't really helped a lot. But alt season coming, and that means Doge season. That's right, Doge season. We're going to have our own Doge season, I think, right? Dogecoin season. Because there's going to be a big pump. When is that going to be? I wish I could tell you. I'd be all set, but we got to be ready. You've got to be ready, right? That's what my video was this morning. Get ready. And now we're talking about big pump. It's going to come. Not today. Most likely not today, guys. Don't get too excited. But you can feel it. I can feel it. I see it on the charts. I see it in the volume. I see it in the news. I see it in just the sentiment, right? People are feeling good. There's not as many comments saying Doge is dropping to 6 cents or going to 0 or Doge is trash. We got one guy who keeps showing up, Mert. See if he shows up again today. But the only bear left in the house. Everybody else is feeling very bullish. It's coming. I feel it. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Trillions, Marion says. Trillions. Yes. Let's make trillions, right? Forget billions. Trillions. Love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? If you haven't already subscribed, do subscribe to the channel because we're going to have fun through this. These are the good times. We just went through 5 months of tough Dogecoin trading. And I know we're only half of where we were in March when Doge was climbing up to 22 cents. That was all very exciting. But it has been a long slog, right? April, May, June, July, August. It's been a long slog with some pretty bad dips. But Dogecoin actually didn't drop as much percentage-wise as a lot of other altcoins. So we do have that to say for Doge. We do have that to say. There were other alts that just dropped worse and are still lagging way behind, way down, and have a long ways to go to come back. But Doge, I feel good about it. I feel good about it. Yeah, so let's 11-cent Doge. Let's get back up here and let's hold it this time. It's been 2 days now, and it's just like can't hold it, can't hold it. It touches it, it comes above it, just can't hold it. But for the daily, Doge is in the green, but Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is way down here. It's like Bitcoin is not helping. That's why I feel good about Doge, because Doge is moving up despite Bitcoin moving down. That's a good sign. And then we have ETH moving down, not helping. Because we talked about Bitcoin will run, and then ETH will run, and then the alts will run, right? And ETH started to past couple weeks, but now it's like turning back. It's just not helping. Not helping. We had SHIB. SHIB started to go on a run. So SHIB's going up. That's good. So, yeah, I feel good. Meme season, meme coins, Pepe, right? Whiff, bonk. Let's go. Right? Let's all go. We don't need those other coins. Let's just go. So that could be coming. So we do got some news to cover. We got a lot of charts to cover, and we'll talk about some other alts as well, because I do believe in a diversified portfolio, and I do have some other coins in my portfolio that are outperforming just about everything else, and it's nice to be in those. So we will talk about that. Let me check in on the chat though first before we get into the news today, because we got a lot of excitement. Roz is in the house. Hey, Roz. Maron, trillions, sure. Cheers, everybody. Matt, why did I stop doing story time? Since September started, I have just been, it's a bad excuse, I know, for you guys. It's a bad excuse that I've been so busy doing other stuff, because I do have a job. Yeah, I do. I'm still working. I'm not just doing this. And I just haven't had time to find those good stories. But thank you, Matt, for the reminder, because they are fun. And they're also good reminders, mostly to remind us not to, what not to do, right? What not to do. So I'll find some more for those. But thanks for the reminder there. Story time is always good to have. Perfect timing. Yep. Perfect timing all around, whether it's perfect timing for you joining the live stream or perfect timing to accumulate and buy some more Doge, because the pump is coming. I feel it. To the moon, Mohammed says. To the moon. And as I say, the moon is whatever you want it to be, right? That's the moon, because other people have different things that they call the moon. But this is the good time. Now we're in the good time. The bears are going into hibernation. It's building. Jock, how are you? Welcome, Armando. How long have I been talking about fall, right? Fall of 2024. Even back in March, when Dogecoin was going on a run, I was saying, be careful, partially because I knew that after the Bitcoin halving, right, the markets would settle down and we would probably see some retraction. I said that back in February even. And then as things were trading back down, I was predicting that. Now, not the whole summer. I was a little optimistic come July, and unfortunately we had a couple dumps there that brought prices down lower than I had predicted. I get that. But now the sentiment is good. Trading is good. October is next month. We've got liquidity coming into the markets. We've got trading coming in. And pretty soon Doge is going to go FOMO. It's going to go FOMO. Looking at Dogecoin and something else. I don't know what that is, Ardos, but good luck with it, whatever it is. I might have misunderstood what you were trying to say. The longer you keep your Doge, the less your percent profits will be because of the market cap. I was saying because of the market cap, the percentage gains we will probably be seeing this cycle will not be as great as the percentage gains from last cycle. That's what I was saying. It's just the percentage gains, not the longer you keep the Doge. It's just the percentage gains from like the bottom of the bear to the top of the bull. We're probably not going to match what we saw in 2021. And just because we've got a much bigger market cap and we're starting at a much higher price this cycle than last. So that's what I meant. Andy says it's going to come. I feel it. Roz says to the moon. Yes, yes. K&D as well. Ron thinks 60 cents. 60 is not bad. That's almost a 6x from here. If you've been buying 6 cents, that would be a 10x. If you can say and you can get a 10x return in like a year and a half on something, take it. You're not going to find that in the stock market unless you just get that one stock by luck, right? Other than that, you're going to do 10% a year. 10% a year. Not 100%, 10%. So these are huge investment gains we're talking about in crypto still. We're still early in crypto. The more regulation we get, the more institutional buying we get, oversight, right? All these ETFs, all of that, the more we get of that stuff, we're not going to see 100x gains or 10x gains. That's going to be gone. That's why I think this cycle might be one of the last big cycles in crypto. Again, I don't think we're going to see the same percentage this cycle as we saw last, but we were talking 1,000%, right? Gains, 1,000%. But they're still great. They're still great. Armando thinks $2. I don't know. We've got some opinions I'll show you in just a minute in the news. Some people still think more. Nate, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. Always your support. Thank you. Cheers. And as I say that, Dogecoin jumps up to 11.03. Let's go. Let's go. Get up there. Sheep to $1. There are some who still think sheep to a penny, which is like still like sheep to a penny. Come on. But we have that in a news story too. Someone's still saying sheep to a penny. How to know the best time to sell? Oh, Armando. Now that's the $1 million question right there. How do we know the best time to sell? We're going to be talking about that starting next month. I don't want to talk about it now. We're not ready yet. We got to start seeing confirmations of higher highs. Talk about in a minute. Higher highs. Then we're going to start talking about strategies just purely from an investment point of view. And I know some of you are Dogecoin holders because you just want to use your Dogecoin, right? You want to use your Dogecoin to buy things. You're not going to sell, right? Some of you will say, I'll never sell my Dogecoin. Well, I mean, if you get 100x gains on something, you might want to take a little bit of profit little bit, and enjoy it for something. Now, if you can buy a nice new Tesla car with your Doge, I'd prefer doing that than selling the Doge and buying a car. Why not just buy the car with Dogecoin? Sure, that'd be awesome. I'd rather do that. I don't have that option today. I do have a Ferrari option though, although it's through BitPay, not the same, but if I could get that Ferrari with Doge, then I'm not selling the Dogecoin, but someone on the BitPay side or Ferrari is probably selling the Dogecoin because they want the fiat, right? They want the fiat. And I'm just like, the world's changing, it's slowly changing. And if Elon starts using Dogecoin on X, then Dogecoin becomes a currency. It's not really today. Just like Bitcoin isn't really a currency and nobody's spending their Bitcoin. I buy a few things with Dogecoin, like AMC movie tickets. I always pay with Doge. But there's not a lot out there still. So we got a ways to go before that. Hey, Zach, cheers. Hello, Hiram. David, welcome. Rocky, we don't know that. There's a ton of resistance. There is a ton of resistance, but it's building. So where is the resistance? We've been talking about this. I'm going to go to the 2-hour chart here first, because again, in white, this was my price prediction. In white, on September 1st, I drew all these white lines. It's like, this is my price prediction for the month. And here we are, the 25th of the month. We're pretty close. Touched it here on the 22nd. But Doge is doing better than my prediction. My prediction was still green for a green month of September, even though Dogecoin typically doesn't have green Septembers. I predicted it for this year, and it is actually doing better than my prediction. So I feel good about that, even though it's not exact. But hey, if it's better than what I predicted, I'll take it, right? I'll take it. But now we zoom out to the daily and we say, okay, this is what we're talking about from March. These red lines, right? Lower high in April, lower high in May, lower high in June, lower high in July, lower high in August. Isn't that amazing? One per month, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. You would think, that's a bear market. That's really bearish, right? Well, you take the line, and again, this is the line that we used to have before. I took it off the chart because we broke out of it, and I'm done with that line, but I'll draw it for you again. So we had the line here. Let's hit that. I don't know why that's so thin. It was orange and it was a big fat one, right? So we had that line, right? And what happened? We broke out of that line. Look at that. We have broken out of that downward trend line. And now we're fighting 11 cents. The next mark, let me zoom into the 4-hour chart here. The next mark we're looking for here is this one right there, 11.5 cents. If Dogecoin can close a day above 11.5 cents, then we would have achieved a higher high, the first higher high since March. That, to me, is confirmation we are out of this bullish, mid-2024 cycle, or bearish mid-2024 cycle, which was predicted post-Bitcoin halving and for some of the summer, but instead it's extended all the way through the summer, as we just saw. So that's what's happened. Hopefully you are accumulating. Again, this green circle here was everything under 10 cents, which I called a gift. Remember that? That was the gift for buying more Doge, accumulating more Doge below 10 cents. That was the gift, because we knew August was coming to an end. Fall 2024 was coming. You had this one last dip right here, the 5th and 6th of September. Remember that? And what happened? Was buying more Dogecoin. I got my little green circle there. I bought some more right there. 9.09. Right? Bought some more Dogecoin on that dip right there. And look what's happened since. It's turned around. Now we just need confirmation. And that confirmation, according to Kriss, isn't 11 cents. 11 cents is nice. But it is closing a daily close above 11.5. We need to be above this in order to mark a higher high. And then let's go. Then let's go. That's what I see happening on the Dogecoin chart. Now we can compare this to other coins if you want. We can look at key levels on others, but we're concentrating on Doge right now, mostly because Doge has had this downward, tough trading, tough price action since the end of March of these lower highs. We need to turn that around. It looks like that is happening here, and we just need the confirmation. That is what we're waiting for. We've talked about Raul Paul's, banana zone thing. We've talked about the election cycle, other, 4-year cycle examples that we've given, global liquidity turning around, coming up. Like it's all building. It's all building, which is why I called all of this a gift here in August. All of this, all these dips here and into early September. That was the gift. Still, if you can get Doge for 10.9, that's still really good compared to where Doge is going. Not the gift is of 9 cents, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. This isn't gambling. This is investing. This is investing. I mean, it's no different than stock investing. There's a little more risk there, but it's not gambling. Gambling is when you're doing leverage and shorting and doing all of that stuff. That's gambling in my opinion. This is the same as buying stock, right? Putting it in your portfolio with the intent it's going to go up. But again, we still think overall in crypto, we are still early. In crypto investing, we are still early. Things are still being invented. Utility, use cases, all of that are still being invented. So price appreciation can be a lot greater than what you get in stocks, which is why a lot of us are here buying crypto. Now, some of us are only in it for the utility. I get that, and I feel the same way. I'm not going to sell all my Dogecoin, hopefully at the peak this cycle. I'm going to keep some because I want to keep using it to buy things. And who knows? We might have a super cycle, some extended thing. I mean, who knows? But that's what I see happening. And we'll get to the news in just a minute. Got more to catch up here on the chat. You guys are like awesome. Awesome. Where from this level, hey, Troy, do you think Doge needs to break for a potential breakout? I just told you. There it was. I told you. Confirmation above 11.5 cents. $1.20 would be great. Is it possible? You tell me. What's Dogecoin's adoption going to be? As I've been saying, Dogecoin isn't going to make $1 on hopes and memes and maybes, might. No, we need the actual use of Dogecoin. We need the utility this time. The cycle is going to be a little different than last cycle. It's not going to go shooting up so high just based on some funny dog memes and one Elon Musk saying Doge is his favorite cryptocurrency. That's just it. We've already seen it doesn't have the same effect on the price of Doge anymore. And as we've seen with other cryptos like SUI, which I've been talking about again since February, SUI is trading very well because it's actually getting used. The total value locked in SUI is just going up every month, and it is competing now directly with Solana and ETH. As it's moving up the top 100, it's now in the 20s. We were talking about it when it was down in the 50s or 60s. I was saying, watch out for SUI. And I started DCAing in. And then this summer, when SUI dropped all the way down to 55 cents, I was like, I'm buying more. I'm buying more. But we'll talk about some other cryptos in just a little bit. Rocky says $1 won't happen. Maybe max out at 20 cents. I don't know, Rocky. Again, if the FOMO kicks in with Doge, particularly if Bitcoin hits 100K, and then you're going to get new users coming in, new crypto investors, and they're going to go onto Robinhood, and they're going to say, wow, that's $100,000 for a Bitcoin, but I can buy Doge for 15 cents or 20 cents. I'll do that. And they keep buying Doge. And then it just builds and builds and builds. That's what happened last cycle. That retail buyer frenzy that overcomes the shorters and the swing traders, the miners, the whales, all of that. Maybe in the spring of 2025, possibly. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll still be here. Will I have sold some by then? Most likely I'll have taken some profit along the way. We have the election cycle, Tedward says. It doesn't matter who wins. That's correct. It doesn't matter who wins. Joe Biden won last time, 2020, crypto went up, right? Trump won in 2016, crypto went up. And even back in 2012, when Obama won his second term, it was really only Bitcoin then. Bitcoin went up. So we've had 3 elections and crypto has gone up all 3 times. So let's go. Let's go. Did I see Plan B's prediction for Bitcoin? I did not. I didn't see what Plan B had to say for Bitcoin. There's so many predictions out there. I can't keep up with all of them. But Plan B always has a nice little colorful graph. But again, that's the past. And then he projects it into the future, but I haven't seen what his latest is. No. So Mr. USAF1, $1.20 on the high end during FOMO, more realistic 80 to 90 cents. I think it will dump right around $1. With a major catalyst, right, you don't know. Dogecoin will have a hard time getting over its previous all-time high, 73, and it will definitely have a hard time beating $1. If it's trading up there, there's going to be a lot of people selling before it gets to $1, saying, well, I'm not going to wait till it's $1. I'll sell right before. We talked about this before, right? I'm going to sell at 99 cents. I'm going to sell at 98 cents. Yeah. Yep. Rockets. Yeah, Mars. Just because it took 5 months to go up 5 cents doesn't mean that's going to continue. I've shown the chart on Doge. You need to be in Doge that 3 to 5 month window when it goes crazy. because the rest of the cycle, except for a few pumps here and there, Doge is going to go sideways or down. That's how it trades. You need to be in it when it pumps. Then you take your profit, you don't ride it out. Some, again, just because it's done that in the past doesn't mean that every 4 years it's going to do the same thing. We don't know if 2026 is going to be a huge bear market. I'm guessing it is, just because we've seen it before every 4 years. So I'm not holding all of my crypto through 2026. Not doing it. Could I miss out on something big? Sure. If crypto all of a sudden at the end of 25 decides, you know what? We're not going to have a bear market because of adoption and more use cases for crypto, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like stocks do, right? Good stocks tend to go up, except during like recessions. But we don't know. So I'll hold on to some Bitcoin. I'll hold on to a good chunk of Doge, and I'll probably hold on to SUI, as I've been saying, because I think SUI, I'm betting on that one as being the one that jumps up into the top 10, because I missed Toncoin going up because I don't use Telegram, so I didn't even see that one. Not into BitTensor, but I'm in SUI, and I also have a little Say as well. And if you look on the crypto bubbles and you're like, what's moving? It's like Say, 14.5%. WorldCoin, never believed in that, and it's been pretty volatile up and down, but it's moving again. I don't even know where Doge is on this. It's kind of hanging out pretty quiet right now, but Doge is now starting to move. Where is Doge? It's in a little circle somewhere. I don't even see it. Doge. Oh, there it is. It's way over here. 1%. There's Doge. Over here on the right. So yeah, that's, look at that, 11.04. Keep going, Doge. Could FOMO get Doge to $1 without utility? That's what everybody thought in 2021. Didn't happen. So I'm not betting on that. Conservative? How many X can a coin go up being conservative? Well, XRP is a good example, right? Which is my so-called stable coin. I don't think that's going to be a good mover. I wouldn't have a lot of money in XRP, but that's just me. But for Doge, I mean, if Doge doubles back to 22 cents from 11, even doubling in price over 4 or 5 months is pretty good, but we won't be happy with that. We're expecting more because we know how Doge has traded before. It goes on these wild runs in these short periods of time. And we're now waiting for that next one. But instead of springing from 7 or 8 cents, we're now springing up from 11 cents. So best time to sell is the amount you are aiming for. You should have a goal. That's for sure. You should have a strategy. You should have a goal. Yes. In 2021, at all-time high, I had 6,000 in profit. Now I would have a life-changing profit because you've been continuing to buy, Alberto, haven't you? You've got a bigger bag of Doge now. No Ferrari? Yeah, I'm probably not going to buy a Ferrari. I mean, if Dogecoin went like way over $1 and I still had all of my Doge, I'd be tempted. I would be tempted. Do I see another retrace? Yes. There'll always be retraces. Doesn't always go straight up. Yes. We'll see where those levels are once that starts happening. And we'll look at those retrace levels. Thanks, Whiskey. Vacation last week was awesome. Had a great time. Back at it this week, but it was good to get away, have some fun. Economic data. Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of already looking at the economic data as being faked, as the Democrats have been doing all year, because it's an election year. It'll catch up to them. They can't keep faking it. So I'm not expecting, there'll be some immediate reaction, usually happens, but I'm not expecting a big pump to come out of it. Crypto always goes up after presidential elections. Doesn't matter who the candidate is. That's right. Doge to the moon. A tweet about Doge from Elon would be great right now. Yeah. Actually, once it starts moving, then a tweet would be even better. Hey, Don, I agree. Once we see institutions come in, regulations increase, meme coins will be a thing of the past. I think memes will still come and go, but I think it'll be harder. I mean, we got the good times now, and I don't think it's going to be quite as good in the future. This year or next year? I'm guessing next year, Armando. I think we will have good gains the rest of the year, but not the full bowl like FOMO. Still think 2025. Put $90,000 into Doge or SUI. Well, Niraj, why not half and half? Right? Do both. I own both. I own more Doge than I own SUI, but that's just because I've been buying Doge a lot longer. I didn't start buying any SUI until this year. Percentage-wise, I'm up pretty well on my SUI. But SUI's already been running, so now as you're buying SUI, you're buying it at a little bit of higher price. So SUI's now $1.69. We go to the daily, and it's like, we were snapping these fib lines here. Look at that. It hit the 1.62. Look at that. So we were looking at price targets here for SUI, and we were looking at $2.30, right, as the next target for SUI. But yeah, I was buying, down here at 55 cents, buying here again at whatever that is, right, at 78 cents, right? Now it's $1.69. It's gone on this beautiful run here since the beginning of September. What it is, month to date for SUI, 125%. 125% month to date. So if you're buying SUI today, you're buying it at a higher price than 3 weeks ago. So just know that. At the same time, Doge, still much better than it was at the beginning of the month. Let's see, beginning of the month was here. Doge is up 17%. Still not bad for a month, but not like SUI. 125%. Bonk. If Bonk does 9,000 in the year, Doge should have no problem with 1,000. Again, Bonk started at a really low market cap though. So I think that's more equal to Doge last cycle. Hey, Jimmy, huge pump. Just buying. Nobody knows when it's coming. And that's true. We don't know. We don't know when. The But we need to confirm 11 cents, get 11.5 cents, get a daily close above 11.5 cents for a higher high. Average cost 17, average cost 16. I know it's been a tough year since March, and a lot of people were buying in April and May in the teens. I know. What pump? I know, Jonesing. Not yet. Like I said, not yet. But you feel it. It's building. It's coming. Not yet. Set your goal. Yep. There are some meme tokens that make big gains, but there are many, many more meme tokens that have a run at the beginning because of all the devs and their friends, right, that buy it at first, and then it dumps. You just have to be careful out there. Hello, Wei. How are you? One more week, Mohammed. Next week, I'll be doing my October price prediction video, as well as to the end of the year, an update to the end of the year, because everyone's asking me. And I will do that in that video next week, October 1st. China is giving out money. Jay, if they can find ways, I mean, it's like the stimulus checks we had here, right? People have extra money. They put it into crypto. I don't know what the access to crypto buying is in China. I think you've got to be rich enough to have a VPN, right? To be able to get out of China to buy crypto. Because I don't think ordinary people can buy on Hong Kong exchanges, from what I understand. We are going to be super rich. We don't know. If Trump wins, Musk wins. If Musk wins, Doge wins. That's interesting. I think Doge is going to win regardless, but I like the thought. I know, isn't that amazing? Bitcoin's in the red and Doge is in the green today. That's why I'm like more confident, and I sound more confident than I've been in quite a while, because Dogecoin is not just following Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin just sitting down here, 63.4. It's just sitting down there. And Doge, moving up. PayPal will now allow business accounts to buy, hold, and sell Dogecoin. I have not seen Dogecoin available on PayPal. I will check that, though. I will check that. I mean, they haven't had Dogecoin before. PayPal has only been Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. That's all they had. But I'll check that. You have PayPal stock too? Could be good. Hey, Joshua, how are you? Split half and half and increase your odds and gains. You know, Proxy, I say the same thing. Again, diversification, right? You're going to buy a bunch of stocks. You don't just buy one stock, right? You buy stocks, different stocks. Because if you put it all in one place, you're just, I mean, your success or failure is based on that one company. Not recommended in investing. And I do the same with crypto. Dogecoin's like 25% of my overall holdings. So I have more Doge than anything else, but I got 25 other cryptos in my portfolio. Optimism too. Yeah, that optimism chart is looking very tasty, isn't it? $1.71. We go to the 4-hour chart and we're like, look at this. Even the daily is probably better, right? Yeah, it was down here at $1.08. It hasn't been down at 42 cents though for a long time. When was it last at 42 cents? July of 2022. June of 2022. Yeah, so that's 2 years ago. So, and be careful with the shoulda, coulda, woulda kind of, I mean, we all could have bought in the summer of 22, we could have bought a lot of different cryptos at really low prices. The thing about optimism is it already spiked up over $4. And look at the drop from $4.50. It dropped almost all the way to $1. Look at that. Look at that drop. Where Doge went from 22 cents to 10 cents, nowhere near. It's like half this drop, not even. Optimism just really sold off. So definitely, yes, buying optimism anywhere close to $1, it's pretty good. Pretty good for OP. That weekly chart, I mean, look at that on Doge, on the weekly chart. Look at this. This is a breakout. Look at that. That is definitely a breakout from that downward trend. Now all we need to confirm is that higher high right there. That's all we need. Confirm that higher high. Get over 11.5 cents, and then we've confirmed it, as opposed to dropping again. That's pretty sharp. I mean, look at that. That's pretty good. Look at on the weekly chart, 4 straight green candles for Dogecoin on the weekly chart. It's the first time I've actually looked at that. I haven't looked at the weekly in a while. 4 weekly candles in a row for Dogecoin. That's pretty promising. That's pretty promising. And here we are up to 11.05. Nice. 70% into Doge, 30% into SUI. So Roz thinks a 70-30 split. Yeah, because SUI has just gone on a big 120% run in September. If you're buying today, that's probably a good percentage split, Roz. I agree with that. Wei, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're well. Yeah, huge pump for SUI. WorldCoin, I just, ever since they were doing that retina scanning thing and like how they were like collecting data for something, I just never, I don't know. I just thought that's kind of odd. What are they really going to use the token for? I didn't get it. They were doing all these airdrops of tokens, like all these free tokens they're giving out. I'm just like that. I'm not investing in that. So Doge isn't 10 cents anymore. It's 11 cents now, dude. She may drop a 0 or 2. I've got an article on that. I'll get to that in just a minute. Swift. Jay, I haven't looked at Swift. I bought a little bit of Swift, but I haven't looked at it in a while. It's going sideways. Still 003. Not great. Not a great chart. I mean, this was a nice dip down here, 0032, but I haven't really charted it out and looked at long term for Swift. We'll see how that goes. October Doge will be 12 cents. I agree. I agree with that. Thanks, Toss. Appreciate it. Cheers. Yeah. Always good vacation. Sheeb is doing its thing. We'll look at Sheeb in a minute. Spell token. Hey, Sanjeevan, how are you? Spell is still 005. Can't Can't break out of that. So yeah, 0.00057, still kind of low volume. This is on Coinbase, just hardly any volume trading. Just no one's, especially in the United States, since you can't really use abracadabra, the spell token just isn't. I mean, I invested in it and I made some profit on it and I sold it. I got out. But it's just been right around this 0.005 level. It's just been floundering. So not a great looking chart. This isn't the type of chart where you're like, this is starting to move. It's just going sideways for almost 2 months now. Yeah, internationally, I mean, there's other countries that use it, just not in the United States. The United States is such a big market. It's just one of the cheapest coins you can buy on Coinbase. So people buy it for that. Because one of the few that's under a penny that you can buy. So people just see, oh, I'll buy that because it has a really low price. But the volume is nothing. So it needs to get back to, these pumps. Yeah, when it pumps, right, there's some volume that happens. But then look at the sell-offs that happen. After every pump, there's like sell-off, pump, sell-off. So yeah, tough token to trade. I booked my profit on it, and I put all of that into Celestia. That's just what I did. But good luck if you've got spell token. I mean, that'd be great if it dropped to 0 again. At least double from here, go from 0.005 to 0.001. I wouldn't expect much more than that, though. Just check PayPal allows eligible US-based business accounts to buy, sell, and hold crypto, including Doge. Yeah, I'm going to look into that and see. I'm going to look into that. Hex. I don't really follow Hex. I don't think I've ever even looked at it. I'm not in that whole ecosystem thing. Hex. Oh, Hex did kind of go on a little bit of run. September 12th. It's down here at 0.001, came up to 0.026. I don't really follow this. Yeah, look at that. Since 2023, it's traded down from 8 cents to 0.002, and this chart is just bad. This is not a great looking chart. Doesn't mean you can't make money on it, but not a great looking chart here. There's nothing going on here. Can you make some little profit? Sure. You might get one little pump here like you saw in January, and then it'll just sell right back down. I don't know. Doesn't look great to me. But yeah, I don't follow it. Max Kaiser mentioned Doge. I don't know about that. Litecoin. Hey, we've got a Litecoin fan in the house. I told Tom Crown when he bought all that Litecoin over $1. Was it $1? Or I mean $100? What was that price? Yeah, it was over $100. I was like, Tom, what are you doing? Not Litecoin. 67 bucks now. I mean, Litecoin will probably trade okay. Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, some of those, older generation proof of work coins will probably trade well, but there's going to be so many more others. Like I've been saying, Sui, Say, Celestia, Injective, those are going to outperform Litecoin this cycle. Now, will they outperform the following cycle? We don't know. But a lot of a lot of the coins that are up in the top 20 this year will not even be in the top 100 4 years from now. You don't know which ones those are. You can make some guesses, but because there's always a turnover every cycle. Now we've got Ton Coin up there, right? Ton wasn't even around 4 years ago. So that happens. And then you see some other tokens drop off, but not the OG, like Litecoin and ETH Classic. They're going to always be in like the top 30. Proof of work OGs. Baby Doge is, yeah, Baby Doge does its own thing because it's a meme that just doesn't have any use at all. So it trades different than Doge. It's like Doge Elon Mars, right? Again, those were from last cycle. And they're going to get pumped when they get pumped. Is Doge a meme coin or does it offer a real use case? Both. That's the beauty of Doge. It's both. It's both. What are my top 3 altcoins? Well, you know 2 of them, Doge and Sui. So what would be my number 3? What's my number 3? Because Doge and Sui are the ones that I'm holding on to. What would be number 3? Could be Avalanche. Again, I'm going to be selling next year. Aave, just because it's been doing so great. I've got a great return on Aave. I mean, look at this huge run that it's been on since the beginning of August. Just great run. So those have done well. And of course, Jasmy Jasmy's starting to turn around too, just like Doge is. I mean, look at Jasmy, right? So, and I'm already up like 500% on my Jasmy. So I'm probably thinking this cycle, I'm probably going to make more money on Jasmy than anything else. Percentage wise, I don't have as much invested in Jasmy as I do in Doge, but so yeah, Jasmy's turning around too, just like Doge is. World War? I don't know if it's going to turn into World War or Black Swan. I don't know, Jack, but definitely keep that in mind when you're doing your investing, because there's always a risk of that, right? And investing is risky, particularly in crypto. And if something like that happens, I mean, we saw what happened back in April when Iran started, firing all those missiles at Israel, and markets dropped. Crypto took a big dump. So yeah, there's always that risk out there. "42 members of Congress sent a letter to Gary Gensler urging him to allow banks to custody BTC." Good. It should be more than 42, but 42 is good. It's a start. All of this is just going to take a while to unwind and get in place. I think if Trump wins the presidency and has at least one side of Congress Republican, then maybe we could see some good pro-crypto legislation. But again, anything dealing with banks is going to be a challenge. And I know what Gary Gensler thinks about protecting the investor and all that, but I think Bitcoin has been well enough accepted when you've got the BlackRocks and the JP Morgans and all that finally saying good things about Bitcoin, I think the banks are in support of it. Matthew, wait till October 1st, and I'll be doing a video on exactly that. Okay? I'll do my October price prediction as well as to the end of the year. I can't believe I'm still in the midst of all this. What? Owning Dogecoin? Yeah, and Jasmine, where's Jasmine? I have a hard time from thinking that from this point it's going to be more than 5x. So, Jasmine getting to 10 cents, I think is going to be a big deal. It's already hit 4 this cycle, but to get to 10, I think is going to be a big deal. 20 cents, that may be more of a challenge. But if things go that crazy and there's that much FOMO and that much buying happening across crypto, we could see acceleration in prices. Yeah. I know that was funny. Pay off the national debt with crypto. You wouldn't quite be able to do that, but it was funny to hear him say it. Gensler getting grilled again. Yeah, I saw some of the highlights from yesterday. It's like, yep. He's out of a job come the end of this presidential term. Either way. Did Dogecoin increase the population of Shiba Inu dogs worldwide? That's a good question. I don't know. I imagine there's quite a few people, though, that have got Shiba pups because of Doge. And even Shiba Inu token as well, I'm sure. Have I considered Aerodrome? I bought Velodrome. I was looking at Aero, but I bought Velo. So I'm in Velodrome. And it's like, I'll ride that one. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so what's going on? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge trading flat. Trading flat, except Dogecoin's in the green and Bitcoin's in the red today. So take that, Bitcoin. And ETH is in the red today too. But Doge is in the green. So Friday is a big day for Bitcoin. Options expiry could lead to upside volatility. Again, this happens like every month or so. There's these options expiring, and I don't really follow all that. It's a small thing. I'm looking for the bigger. That's like a trader's thing, right? People who are trading crypto on a daily basis care about that. But if you're a long-term holder, just look for a dip. If you're continuing to DCA, when there's volatility, look for a dip, buy on the dip, and wait for better times. That's what I say. Dogecoin nears bullish breakout. RSI signals possible short-term dip, and I didn't see that. But this is Ali again, our good friend Ali. Again, Ali plays both sides, right? Ali plays both sides. When it's a red day, he posts negative stuff. When it's a green day, he posts positive stuff. Right now, he's in between because we're like, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? And on this tweet, he basically said both, right? He says both. Dogecoin keeps flirting with a bullish breakout. Patience is key. The stochastic RSI just had a bearish crossover, hinting at a potential short-term correction before the next move. So that's what we have right there. It's like, okay, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next, Doge? You're going to go up? You're going to go down? And Ali is saying, hey, no matter what happens, he's got it right because he says both, right? He's got both in here. This was posted when Doge was 10.7. Now it's up over 11 cents, and it's already broken out of that downward trend line, as we showed on our chart here. Right? There's the downward trend line. Doge has already broken out of that. Now we're waiting for confirmation above 11.5 cents, this lower high that we had back here on August 23rd. Doge needs to get above that, close a day above that point, and then we will have confirmed a higher high. And if we get that monthly higher high, let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm looking at on the charts. Dogecoin gains momentum, right? We see that. Analysts sees potential for $1 by early December. Okay, that's not me. It's somebody else saying that, because I am not predicting $1 Dogecoin in early December. I think we need to see the real adoption of Dogecoin, and I don't think that's going to happen before December of this year. So just keeping it real. And I know you guys wanted to moon and you wanted to go now and pump and do all of that. But I'm here to say, let's keep it real. We're going to see good gains over the next few months. But I'm not predicting $1 because we're not getting Dogecoin on X by then. If Elon pulls a rabbit out of a hat somehow, right? Or a Doge, right? It says, we're going to be using Dogecoin. If he says that, then that's in play. But I don't think he's ready for that yet. So who is it that said this? Who's the analyst? Kenobi. It's Kenobi. Where's Kenobi's chart? Here it is. Master Kenobi. So he's comparing this to so many days after the last Bitcoin halving from 2020 into 2021. So he's just looking at the days. I say this cycle, you can't compare it directly with the last cycle when Doge ran on hope, memes, tweets, right? Not adoption. This is the cycle of adoption, except for a few memes that are going to run and do their thing. Fine. People can have fun with that. That's what Doge did last time. I don't see Doge doing the same thing at the same rate this time. I think there'll be some of that. There could be some good FOMO for Doge without that real adoption, but not to $1 and not by December 2nd. But Kenobi does a good chart. He does a good analysis here. But again, he's just looking at how Doge traded 4 years ago, saying so many days after the Bitcoin halving, a run starts, go up this percentage, repeat that this time. This is where Dogecoin's price could be. Great, got it. I just don't see that same kind of thing happening this time. Still have good gains, but not like 1,000%. Again, that's just what I see. So we have that one, $2. Okay, great. Oh no, that one's $1. Then we get this one, $10. Sure, why not? Dogecoin primed to reach $10. No. Will Pepe touch a penny before Sheeb? No. Neither of them are going to hit a penny. Come on, guys. Let's be real. Let's look at market cap. Let's look at, I mean, it's like, no. But you read this stuff and people just put this for clicks in these articles and you're just like, spike in Dogecoin transactions suggests a potential return to user engagement that could lead to an upsurge in prices. That I agree with. However, and then here's what they say, realistically, Dogecoin doesn't seem on the path to reaching $10. So they put one thing in the title, but then in the article, they're like, yeah, realistically, yeah, that doesn't look like that's really going to happen. It's like, industry analysts, meanwhile, have predicted SHIB to reach a penny. And I'm like, SHIB to reach a penny. SHIB has 4 zeros now. 0.00015. To reach a penny. Choo, choo, choo. Got to drop 3 zeros. Nope. Sorry, guys. Don't give me the SHIB to a penny stuff. Not happening. Let's be realistic. If SHIB drops 1 zero and gets to 0.001, that'll be an all-time high for SHIB. That'll be a great return. That's what, like 7x from here? I'll take it. That'll be awesome. And I'll sell all my SHIB. Great. I'm done. Even to drop 1 more zero after that, not realistic, particularly if you look at the overall market cap of SHIB. It's $9 billion now. I mean, you're talking like 9 trillion. It's like SHIB's not going to have a $9 trillion market cap. All of crypto is 2 trillion, right? Yeah, 2.2. SHIB alone is not going to have a $9 trillion market cap. So again, just keeping it real, but you see this stuff and you're just like, no, SHIB's not going to a penny. Anyway, just what I see. Doge fighting this to hold 11 cents here. Again, this is like, it's a little battle going on with 11 cents fighting to hold. All right, what else we got going on in the chat, guys? I'm going to take another little swig here. Happy Wednesday to all that have joined recently. How's everybody doing? Can you feel it? Like I said, I feel it. I feel it. End of year target, I'll be talking about in my video on October 1st. I hate to say that now, but 37 cents, Eduardo says. 37 cents is probably not a bad price target for the end of the year. Might move up and retest. It's always going to do that. Doesn't always go straight up. There'll always be retests. We saw that in 2021 too, when Doge went crazy in April. Went up to 42 cents and then dropped all the way back down to like 20. Huge retest. And then moved all the way up to 60, 70 cents. Keep it going. I know, Curtis. I'm just like, I try and keep it real. It's hard when you've got so many, I don't know, they're not expectations. They're people giving unrealistic price predictions. Like the guy on X Twitter who keeps saying that XRP is going to be $40. And I'm just like, no, XRP is not going to $40. It's like, gosh, it's that kind of stuff that just, hey, people still buy into it, right? They watch his videos and they do. I'm just like, great, good for you. Buy SHIB right now. You know, there's some money to be made on SHIB still. And that's why I hold a little bag of it. Just going to make the money, sell it for profit, done. We'll never buy SHIB again. Look at the world that can purchase cryptocurrencies now. So many more people than in 2021. I agree with that. Yep. There's more access to buying crypto. That's true. You feel it, KB? I feel it. I feel it. And I see it on the charts too. I not only feel it, but I see it in the charts. So doubly good. But just the sentiment overall is more profit or more positive. I know there's still a few of you bears out there. I get it. But if you're only being bearish because you want to buy Doge at 6 or 7 cents again, I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Because I've been saying it all summer long. Even as Doge has come all the way down to 9 cents. I was like 6 and 7 ain't happening. So you're sitting there still with all that cash because you were waiting for Doge to go down to 6 cents. And that cash continues to just inflate away. So somewhere along the line, you're going to have to bite the bullet and you have to buy some at a higher price than you thought. That's about all I could say. $0.12 and then back down. Could be, Mert. We could see a run to 12 and then it'll drop back down to 11 or 10. That wouldn't surprise me. Must be tired talking about a dead chart the last 5 months. It has, yeah. It hasn't always been fun. I've had some tough videos, tough live streams. Yep. There's always news going on, though. There's always stuff being built, but it's been a long summer. There's no doubt. Been a long summer. And my portfolio has gone down quite a bit over the summer, which doubly hurts, right? But Doge back to 2 cents? No. No, Mert. Definitely don't agree with that. Too much support for Dogecoin and its future than it dropping to 2 cents. But hey, if that's what you believe and you've got cash sitting on the sidelines to buy more Doge at 2 cents, then okay, good luck with that. That's all I can say is good luck with that. If it drops to 2 cents and you buy a bunch there, you can say, hey, Kriss, I told you so. It's okay. But again, keeping it realistic and looking at the sentiment, what's happening, I don't see that. Neither does KB. Because we believe. Yeah, I agree, Gabriel. If it was going to drop to 2 cents, it would have done it sometime over the past couple of years. 4.9, I think it was the lowest it got in June of 2022. 4.9. Thanks, Eduardo. Appreciate it. Try and keep it real here. That's what we do. It's still risky. It's still crypto investing, right? You're still buying something that's a risky asset. Not the same as buying stocks. Although stocks, I mean, some people see stocks investing as gambling too, but I look at it as investing. Like I said earlier, it's only gambling once you start doing puts and calls, options, leverage, shorting. That's in the realm of gambling to me. But just buying something and holding it and waiting for the price to go up and then selling for a profit, that's investing. There's a risk to all of it, yes. And there are some who may just consider it gambling and are happy with their money sitting in a bank account. and they're just living their life day to day. They're never going to be able to step up in their level, though. Financially, you're never going to do it. Hey, you can live a happy life that way, no doubt, right? You got your paycheck coming in, you got your bills going out, you live your life day to day. You can have a decent life, yes, but some of us, we want just a little bit more, right? Just a little bit better. We're seeking to make life a little easier for ourselves, right? My goal is to not have a mortgage. I've gotten rid of all of my other payments on just about everything. I own my car outright. I have no car payments, right? I've got no credit card carryover from month to month. I now use my credit card for convenience, and I pay it off in full every month. So I don't owe anything on that. I have no other debts. I want to have a nice house with no mortgage. I don't want the bank to own my mortgage. So that's my goal this cycle, is to get out of that. So just a little step up. And I think I have a much better chance of doing that with crypto investing than I do stock investing. I've got a 401k retirement plan. It's in Vanguard and Russell, right? And it's been growing and growing and growing this whole cycle. Even though crypto has been in this bearish cycle, my 401k plan just keeps going up and up and up. So I've got a pretty good chunk in the stock market, but that's all for retirement. And I own a few stocks. I do own Tesla. I do own Apple. And I've been playing around more recently with Megal and the DJT, and you're doing some, because that I still play with some stock stuff, but nothing like what I have into crypto. But that's just me, and that's how I'm doing it. And it's just for this cycle. And I plan in 2025 to move most of my investment money out of crypto into real estate. I'm not holding all of this crypto through 2026. Don't know whether the 4-year cycles are going to continue to play out and we're going to have a bearish 2026, but I'm not going to bet against it. Even if Trump wins the White House, he's going to be taking over a really tough economy, huge amount of debt, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to, it really is going to be tough. But I think there's going to be a big surge if that happens, though. And we can enjoy that. Does it last through March or April in 2025? Maybe. Maybe it goes all the way through 2025. We don't know. But most likely I'm going to be taking some profits along the way, because I didn't do it last cycle. So this cycle, we're going to be talking about layering out, taking profits, may not get the best return, probably not going to be able to sell at the tippy top, but that's okay. We'll do the best we can, and we'll be talking about it all along the way. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got your notifications on. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I fill in and do some other live streams when there's something special going on, big event, up or down, I come on there. So if you're not subscribed, you don't have your notifications on, you won't know when I do those other little live streams. And then I have consistent videos that come out as well when I cover a particular topic or news or updates or things like that. So we're looking good right now, though. And again, I've been talking about Q4 2024. I've been talking about it for years. You can go back a year ago, year and a half ago, and you can see what I was talking about. And I was saying 2023 might be okay. First half of 2024 will be up and down, and it won't be until Q4 2024 when we start to see big gains. Now, Doge has pleasantly surprised us, right? October 2023 went on a run. February into early March went on another nice run, but retraced a lot of it here this summer. Yep. And now it's all building to turn around now. And that's what we see happening. So the anticipation is there. Again, I feel the sentiment and I see it in the charts. I just need confirmation. Daily close above 11.5 cents to prove it out. And I think that's coming. So that's where I am. NVIDIA alone is 2.5 times the size of Bitcoin. That's true. A lot of people buying NVIDIA stuff, though. Bitcoin, you're just buying Bitcoin. Thank you, Zena. If for some reason we don't see another run to 20 cents Doge by May of 25, what do you do? If Doge doesn't, then we got to rethink our strategies, don't we? Then we got to rethink our strategies. I don't know. Let me think about that one. I don't know if I really want to. Yeah, Mert, you can call out all those companies. That's fine. You can't compare Bitcoin, Dogecoin, to a company that makes things and sells things, right? You can compare Bitcoin to gold, right? People don't buy gold because gold makes something, right? As a company, it's not. It's a long-term investment, gold. Some people call Bitcoin the digital gold. And Bitcoin has consistently outperformed gold year after year after year. Hey, gold has done great this year, hitting all-time highs. Like the past 4 or 5 days, every day, gold has hit a new all-time high. That's awesome. I think there's fear overall about the worldwide economy. China particularly has been selling off US Treasury bonds that it's hold and is buying gold. So there's a lot of gold buying going on. Personally, they would probably do better percentage-wise if they bought Bitcoin instead, like Michael Saylor's like MicroStrategy is doing. Countries like El Salvador buying Bitcoin. But you can't compare Bitcoin to like Google. It's not the same. Now, if you're thinking of just from an investment point of view and where are you going to put your money, are you going to put it into some crypto or are you going to put it in stocks? I say diversify, do a little bit of both. You're probably not going to get the best return. Like if you put it all in Doge and Doge goes to $2, that'll outperform everything, right? If that happens, but the chance of that happening is, there's risk there, right? Just call it there. There's a risk there. As Mert says, they don't call it a risky asset for no reason. Exactly. So you diversify, right? And that's what I've done. And I feel pretty safe putting as much money as I have into crypto for this cycle. No guarantees, but if all of crypto went to zero, there was World War III and some big black swan event, I'll still be okay. I've lost a lot of money, but I'll still be okay. I'm not mortgaging my house and putting all of this money into crypto. I'm not doing that, right? I'm not borrowing from my credit card, right, to buy crypto. No, not doing that, right? You don't go into debt to buy crypto. Some people have done it. It works out for some. It doesn't work out for others. I was in Doge last cycle and lost it all. It's when I first started. Everyone was saying, hodl, 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 never again. Yep. You didn't really lose it all, right? Because it didn't go to zero, right? Lost a lot, though. But it was all on paper, right? You rode it all the way up and you rode it all the way down. Me too. I bought more, though. I bought more through the bear market. And now I have a lot more Doge this cycle than I had last cycle. And this time I'll be taking profits. There are 7 stocks above $1 trillion market cap. At the moment, I feel people predicting massive dumps in the market is just wish fulfillment so they can fill their bags at lower. Yep. There's some of that. And then there are some people who just like to be bears. They like to be contrarian. Fine. You know, there's people like that. That's okay. That's okay. It's just much more fun. Like when you see what's going on and you feel the momentum, you look at the history and the charts, you see what's going on, global liquidity, like I've been talking about, US election year, it's all building for this. And if you're just being contrarian just to be a jerk, I don't really have time for you. Now, if you've got a legitimate reason why you think crypto is going to drop, like someone said earlier, the chance of World War III, I get that, right? Right? If there's a real World War III, crypto investing is going to suck. Right? It's just going to be bad. We're going to see a massive drop. That is most likely going to happen. Right now, I don't see that happening. It's a regional conflict. It's not good. Well, there's 2 of them, right? But we'll see how that all plays out in the coming months. I'm not predicting World War III. And of course, Denise reminds everyone, hit the like button as well. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Imagine seeing 72-cent Doge. I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, again, $1 trillion companies, they're valued that because they're actually making products, right? And selling products. And so there's a reason for that worth, right? With a lot of crypto, it's somewhat speculation because there's not really anything being sold. So it does make it more risky, even Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin. You bought some gold, sci-fi? Cool. Now that Wall Street has their hands on Bitcoin, that doesn't make it a risky high-tech stock. It makes it a more regulated, institutional, invested digital asset that probably will lose a lot of its volatility because of it. So we're not going to see Bitcoin go up a similar percentage this cycle as it did last, which is, I'm also predicting that for Dogecoin as well. Partially because of Dogecoin's market cap is so much more. But again, if the adoption of Doge becomes huge, like it's used on X for peer-to-peer payments, it's used by Shopify, integrated in to buy things, and it just continues to grow and grow and grow after that, then Doge's price can keep going higher and higher and higher. And then buying Doge at 10 cents when Doge goes to $2, $3, $5, because it's being used worldwide, all because of adoption, that can happen. But again, you can't compare it to a stock, though. It's like a commodity more than anything else, right? Doge to the moon. Woohoo. Yes, Ardos. And yes, there's manipulation in all the markets. And we've been tracking that all summer long. I've been showing you the liquidations, the shorts, right? All these big leverage bets that are betting on the price going up or price going down and how they're getting liquidated and when that's happening. Manipulated to the max, yes. Time to take profits? Not quite yet, sci-fi, in my opinion. I'm not doing it yet. I'm waiting. I'm patient. And then next month, we'll start talking about layering, price targets, all of that. Now, Gabriel, you can't think like that. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I wish this, I wish that. You have to have a mindset of that was in the past. You learn from that. What are you going to do now? What's your plan now? That's where you need to have your mind, not, I wish I would have sold at 7. Sure, I wish I would have sold all my Doge at 70 cents too last cycle, but our mindset was Doge was going to continue to escalate in price and was going to go to $1. That's what 99% of Dogecoin holders thought in May of 2021. And even when Doge started going down, we still had hope it would turn around and go back up. Bitcoin eventually did. Bitcoin's high was only 64K in the spring of 2021. It turned around and went up to 69K in November. But the highest Dogecoin got was 35 cents before falling back down. So yeah. Yep. You were holding ETH last time, Eduardo? And then ETH came back down? Yep. Not as volatile as Doge, but still. ETH will get back up to 4,000. I think so. Waiting. That's right. And being patient. Everyone buying the fear? Yeah, if we see another big dip, they'll be buying. There always is on big dips. That's when we'll see fear. There's not fear in the market right now. I don't see a lot of fear. What happens to the thesis if Fed pauses its cutting cycle and there's a drop in the M2? Well, that would really slow things down, possibly. Sure. There's just nobody predicting that. There's nobody. The jobs market still looks okay. Inflation is still being handled. So right now, I don't see that. And that's not true, Paran. All meme coins are pumping, but Doge. That's not true. I wish Doge was already added to the X platform, so it hit over $1. Well, a lot of us would have liked that already. I mean, I've had a big bag of Doge. I've continued to add to it, but what's the meme, right? The window to buy Doge at 10 cents, there's no line for it, right? Nobody's buying it. But the window to buy Doge when it gets to $1 is going to be really long because that's when, right? That's when everybody else comes in. That's why I say we're early. At some point, Bitcoin will decouple from the stock market and the S&P. It has before. I mean, just look at the bear market. The bear market was in crypto, not in stocks. So there's still sort of daily trading, kind of ups and downs that happens Monday through Friday. We do see some of that trading, reaction to economic events. You'll see a drop in the stock market and Bitcoin will follow it. There's some of that. But it's not really correlated with the S&P much anymore. You're going to sell your Doge at the top this time around? Good, Gabrielle. I hope you know when the top is, though. I don't. But through the fall, we're going to start setting up strategies on how to do the best we can at predicting when that top is and how we're going to be able to get the most out of our investment. Because you're not going to hit the top. There's no way. You're not going to know the exact day and time when Doge hits its peak. You're not going to know that. So we'll do the best we can. Much wow. Yeah, Don. Cheers. Much wow. Absolutely. Much wow. Bitcoin is still just hanging out down here, 63.4. Again, Bitcoin came up to 64.5 and then traded back. Dogecoin came up to 11 cents and it's still at 11 cents. So I don't know what happened today to cause Bitcoin to go down and Doge to go up, but it's nice to see that they're not completely correlated and that there can be some divergence, which we see today between Doge and Bitcoin. So we do see that. If we zoom out and look overall on the 4-hour chart, and we look at the Doge BTC trading pair, it's still got a long ways to go. There's a nice up movement we've had in the past few days, but it's not a big spike yet. Doge versus BTC. That will come, and it's nice to finally see this turnaround from the bottoms that we had, but it's got a long ways to go. This is the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, Doge versus Bitcoin. ETH versus Bitcoin had been going up, but today, or the past couple of days, has really dropped back down, which has led to Bitcoin dominance actually sort of leveling out a bit as opposed to dropping further. Because I think that peaked at 58.6 right there, 58.6%. Ben Cowan still thinks 60% was in play, but Bitcoin dominance fell back down from 58 to 57. I think it's going to continue to drop in the last 3 months as altcoin season ramps up. A lot of it is going to be on ETH, mostly because ETH still has a big market cap. ETH is the second largest cryptocurrency. And when ETH turns around and goes on a run, we'll see that Bitcoin dominance go down. So all of that is in play. Other things that we've seen happen. We saw Cardano actually start to move up again. So Cardano has had a nice run past few days here, outperforming Solana, which I had predicted, but I predicted it way too early. Sold my Solana for a profit, which was good to take the profit and put it into Cardano. I'm still up on the Cardano, but not anywhere near as high as I would have been with Solana. Again, this is all my other cryptos I have in my diversified portfolio, none of which are as big as my holding in Dogecoin. But it's still a higher percentage return than I would have gotten if I just put it in the stock market. So I'm okay. I'm okay with Cardano. If Cardano gets to $1, I'm selling it all. A 3x from here, I'm happy. Sell. I'll take that profit. Will Cardano get back to $1? Yeah, don't know. Don't know, but we'll be watching it this fall. Let's see what Cardano does. Whether Cardano can get back into the top 10. Right now, it's sitting down here. Well, it is number 10, actually. Tron did fall below it. So Cardano is at top 10. Will it pass back Toncoin and get into 9th? That's what I was predicting would happen, but hasn't yet. for Cardano. The other things going on, we've had Aave we showed, had been going on a great run, just continuously through August and September, one of the few cryptocurrencies that actually has been going up solidly for the past 2 months has been Aave. So my little bag of Aave is feeling pretty good, pretty good. And then the other two more recently has been Say, just a double run again. We had back here on the 18th, and then this run that just went on this week was a huge pump for Say. And then the other one that has been more consistent has been Sui. Again, has just been nice gains from 86 cents back on the 11th of September, doubling in price, up over $1.75. Now, a little profit taking has happened, but it looks like that's starting to turn around here right now. So, to get rid of that line, that was an old support line. So that's a pretty good run here, doubling in price for Sui. Anything else you want me to look at, let me know in the chat. Doge still trying to hold over 11 cents. But again, my target is set at 11.5 right now that I want to see a daily close above. It was Vitalik Singh at token 2049 that dumped ETH. Why does he do that stuff? Man, why does he do that stuff? It would be better if he just concentrated on the further development of ETH and just talked about that. He does all these other things and it's not good. It's not good. Squidward, thank you. Picked up some more Doge. Nice. Nice. You won't be sorry. And I only say that because I've got a great feeling about Doge. And I put my money where my mouth is. Continued to buy through the summer, buying on the dips, adding to my bags, but also diversifying and buying some others as well. And some of those have worked out pretty well. Celestia's got a lot of volatility up and down, but Say and Sui, those were two good choices. And again, it's all, watching the news, keeping up with what's going on and like the tech behind those. Awesome products, and especially Sui that has got all this VC money behind it. So my long-term outlook on Sui is pretty good. So I think I'm going to keep that for a while. Jupiter is a trading platform on Solana. So I think it's going to be limited on what a Jupiter token would ever do. It's not going to be the same as like BNB, which is Binance's token. Because Binance is the true, full exchange. So the token may trade okay during a bull run, but I don't expect the Jupiter itself to like make any huge gains. I don't trade on Solana tokens, so I don't use it for anything, but that's just what I see. It's like buying Kronos, like the crypto.com token. It's like you're not gonna make a lot of money off of a exchange token unless it's really being used like BNB is. And that's why BNB is the top 5 coin. So that's my view of it. All right, gang, this is what we've got. come back Friday, 4 o'clock. I'll be live again. We'll see where Doge's price in over the next couple of days. Probably have a video coming out tomorrow. And then we'll look forward on Friday to the weekend ahead. I'll do AMA as well on Friday. So that's good. Yeah, X payments in 37 states now. Do you think once it's approved by all the states, would Elon make Doge go crazy? Again, as I've said, this is for fiat, right? This is to operate as a platform where you can do payments in fiat. So Doge won't be there yet. Doge price will probably spike once X payment starts, even if Doge isn't on it, but it won't spike very much because there's no real Doge utility there yet. But that will come. And that's really more what we'll be waiting for. All right. Hope everyone has a great evening and hope to see you all on Friday. Till then, we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.